Okay, hello there, I'm Dennis. And in this video we're going to install Emmabuntus. Country of origin is France. It's based on Debian. Got it set up in my VirtualBox, Oracle VirtualBox, and I've given it 4 gigabytes of RAM, 2 cores of my processor. I've enabled the EFI, turned the video memory all the way up, and I've allocated 52.5 gigs for a virtual hard drive. Let's click on Let's Get Started. Emmabuntus, first thing you're going to be prompted to do is for your language. And it comes in English, France, Espanol, Italian, Deutsch, and Portuguese. I'm going to select English. And I'm going to try Emmabuntu without installing. And you have other options. Try it without installing. Try without installing localization support. Emmabuntu in text mode, graphic mode, or OEM mode for manufacturers, which is a good deal if you're going to install this on somebody else's computer. So I'm going to select try Emmabuntu without installing. Press enter. We'll go into full screen here and see if we got the guest utils installed. Emmabuntu.org. This distribution is basically trying to make itself available for older machines, and I believe we got the guest utils installed. Okay, we're greeted with the Emmabuntu Debian Edition 3. Welcome to Emmabuntu Debian Edition 3. Thanks for trying our distribution. We hope it will meet your expectations. With old or resource-limited computers, we suggest you use the LXQt desktop environment, which is lighter than Xfce, the one by default. That's pretty cool. You have an option to log in to LXQt or Xfce during the login screen. That's pretty nice. During login, you can select your environment at any time by clicking on the gear icon at the top right of the screen. If you want to use LXQt right now, select the left button, which it will be here. I'm going to continue in Xfce, and I can say it's a pretty nice desktop. Current keyboard is set to US. We're going to keep that. Desktop configuration. So we've got the Cairo dock. Information during training sessions for public presentations. We recommend the dock locking activation. We could lock the Ubuntu default dock. I'm just going to leave the defaults here. I'm sure we could change those later on, but I'm going to go ahead and say OK. Please select the version of the dock is best for your needs. For those wanting access to all applications would be all. Simple would be for beginners and my dearest Madame Michou, and basic for children and very beginners. Well, I'm going to just go all, just so we can see what's happening here. Alright, and our welcome screen. Here's what we got. We've got all the icons. We got nice animation there. And I love the fact that we got a description. So, right there is home. That's a home folder, I'm sure. Firefox Extended Support. Communication. I'm not sure what that is. Oh, programs to deal with communication like Thunderbird, email, Falcon. Let's go ahead and let's see if I can find the installer. Not on here. Let's see, is it in the start menu? Okay, so I'll just say install Debian, Emmabuntu. Alright, let me close out of this welcome screen. I'm pretty sure we're going to see that. Our username is Emmabuntu, and our root password would be live, if we need that. Okay. This computer does not satisfy the minimal requirements for installing a desktop. This cannot continue. We have at least 15 gigs. I give it 52.5. It's at least 15 gigs available drive space. May not be picking up. Let's see. Control T at mid terminal, yeah. LSBFK. Right there it is, SDA1, 52.5 gigs. Huh. 15 gigs is cancel out. Yes, I want to cancel out. Here's the installer. Right this way. Classic installation. Not enough disk space. Okay. Houston, we have a problem. Now, what do you do when the terminal, all this disappeared, when the terminal says you have 52.5, but the installer does not? Huh. I wonder if Gparted is here. It is. I bet this will work. I'm going to count on this working. Unallocated 52. So let's give ourselves a create a partition table. We're going to select GPT, apply. And now we've got the GPT table. Let's just close this out and see what happens now. Classic installation. All right, that's all it was. It needed to be not formatted, but that's partition table listed. Correctly selected American English. Actually, I think that's the first time that may have happened to me. This program will ask you some questions and set up Emmabuntu Debian edition on your computer. American English, about, it's going to be Calamaris for Emmabuntu. Say next. We're going to select America, but we're going to go find Chicago in alphabetical order. There it is. All right. I don't live in Chicago, but it is in the central time zone. It's correctly selected English US. This is a app. Yep. Next. All right. So if we say this, it will give us swap, root, and EFI, but no division. Going to manually partition. Say next. Left click on the free space. We already have a partition table, so we're going to say create. This first one will be 512 megabytes. The file system will be FAT32. Mount point will be boot EFI, not just boot, but boot EFI. Okay, and down at the bottom here, we should say, oh, right here, boot and ESP. We'll select both of those. Say OK. Left click on the free space. Click on create. We'll say 4096, and we'll give it 4 gigabytes of swap, Linux swap. There is no mount point, and we're going to select swap flag. Now we're going to left click on the free space again, hit create, and let's go 17 gigs, extended 4. That'll be root and root. Say OK. Left click on the last free space there. All of that'll be good. The size, the file system type /home is where it will be mounted, and there is no flag for home. So there's our partitions. We're going to say next. It's asking for my name. Did not buck against my capital, so we have mugshot for equivalent. Going to require a password. It didn't say it was too short. We're not going to log in automatically, but we are going to use the same password for the administrator account. Say next. This is a summary of what's going to happen here. 512 partition, 4 gig Linux swap, 17 gig for root drive, 32 gig for home drive, America, Chicago. So it all looks good. We'll click install. And we are off. So let's briefly look through the menu. Look, it's mounting those drives up here. You can see it mounting them as it's created the partitions. All right. Let's go to accessories, application finder, archive manager, ARC. Both of those deal with archive utilities. Backups. Wonder what that is. Time shift. Let's find out. Nope. about backups. Deja Dupe. I don't use that, but I've heard it works fine. Accessories. Brother. I'm not sure what that is either. Select your printer type. Brother printers. That's a brand name of a printer. Okay. Accessories. Book rename. Caffeine indicator. Manually control activating the screensaver. Clip it. Disk. That's probably a disk. Looks like it. Know about, but it does look like a disk. Back in accessories. Disk. Font manager, font viewer, calculator, G-speech, GTK hash. That's for checking ISO images. Handy automatic file sorting tool. Alright, well, I'll look these up and you'll have titles telling you what these do. Handy try. I'm not sure. I can guess. No about. Oh, choose a folder to start. I'll have to look it up. Tell you exactly what it is. Alright, so Handy Try, HP Device Manager, ePass, passwords, menu editor, multi-systems, Orage Global Time, password and keys, Clipper, Redshift is installed by default, Screenshot, Sensor View, Task Manager, USB Image Writer, and Formatter. Nice. I love to see those come in by default. Orbinator. Alright. Pyro Dock. Activation, deactivation. Dock level, dock default. Manual launch them panel. Protection. Development, we got Genie and Squeak. Education. Quite a bit of stuff in education. Stuff I haven't seen most of. Let's see, LibreOffice for schools. On board. PySciCache. Teach kids to move the mouse. Tux Math, Tux Paint, Tux Typing. It does say that it's for low-end computers and schools that can't afford to update their brand new equipment or what have you. This is what this is geared toward, and it's very nice. It's themed. It's got a dark theme going on right out of the box. I do want to turn those application tips off because it's getting in my way. Okay, application tooltip. Turn that off. Thank you. We run the games. We got Child's Play, G-Brainy, Line Test, Omnitux, Potato Guy, Steam, Sudoku, and Super Tux Cart. Graphics, we got Darktable, Font Manager, Font Viewer, GIMP, the GNU Image Manipulation Program, a scanner, nice. G-Thumb for viewing photos, organizing them, Hugen Bunch, batch processor, I'm not sure. Hugen calibrator, calibrate lens, Hugen panorama, creator, Inkscape, LibreOffice Draw, LRF viewer, LX image, Penta, Scribus, Simple Scan, Sweet Home 3D, nice name, and Xfce. Okay, that's a scanner program for internet. Chaton, neutral and ethic posters, Empathy, Falcon, web browser, FileZilla, Firefox, another web browser, Bramo Drop, share files confidentially, BramoPad, Bramasoft. I haven't heard of these. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to look them up. That's a video conference. Gpotter, subscribe to audio and video, HexChat, Jitsi, That's a meeting service like Zoom, Pigeon Internet, Steam, Thunderbird, Transmission, and Wi-Fi Radar tool for connecting to Wi-Fi wireless. Pretty nice. Alright, non-free or no-free software, Adobe Flash, you have those options to install these, the Arial fonts, the Calibri fonts, Codex Audio, Codex Video, no-free software installer, and the Turbo Print installer. That's awesome that they have those available for download if you have internet. AbiWord under Office, Ancestries, a graphical viewer, editor genealogy, I'm assuming. Let's see. Office, Ancestries, yeah. Libre, dictionary, ebook editor, ebook viewer. So it's encouraging writing and making those programs possible. You can track your ancestry. That's pretty nice. Might have to look that up, see if I can get that on my arch. Close that out. System. I see we were under Office. Generic. Home bank. They thought of a lot of things. They really have. Settings. These are probably all in the settings panel. Under System, we got Bleach Bit, Boot Info, Boot Repair, Boot Rename, Disk Manager, Disk Usage Analyzer, GW Usage Analyzer, GW Package Installer, Gparted, HTOP, Install Debian, LightDM, Free Software, No Free Software Installer, OS Uninstaller, remove any operating system packages. Now, is that GNOME package kit? Yes, I believe it is. Which works great. Under System again. OS Uninstaller PC information. Let's see what that says. Select the info tool you wish to use, then click OK. File system disk space usage. Here's the command. So if you wanted just to run df space hyphen capital T8 and then grep that with single quote / dev, single quote, not single quote / dev, sudo fdiskl. Those are pretty nice, showing you the commands here. Real nice, as a matter of fact. View PCA devices information, system info. Okay. That's a really nice little program right there. Like I said, a lot of thought has went into this system here. How well it works on real hardware, my guess is it probably works real well. When you got a lot of options. Printer, Samba, sensor view, software. Synaptic even comes with it. Nice. So you have two graphical user interface package managers. System profiler, let's say hard info. There we go. Physical processor, 2 cores. Well, a lot of really nice stuff that I have already installed on the system that I use by default. Arch Linux with Xfce. Time shift for backing your stuff up. Users and groups for just adding a user. That's nice, right out of the box. So they've targeted people, I think, that are not going to have fast access or easy access to internet. So a lot of the stuff, the ISO was 3.3 gigs, I believe. We'll see how big it is when it gets installed. All right, so I'm going to write Control F, get out of full screen. Let's go to their website. This is Emmabuntu.org. This is their web page. Contains a large number of modern software pre-configured for daily use in the context of family use. We just saw that. Encourages discovery of the GNU Linux environment for all, thanks to its doc at 3 expert levels, beginners and children. It just lists 2. So, I mean, they're doing a really good thing. And if you can do it, you need to probably install this and use this, because they're not just a distro that's out there just to be a distro. They actually have a purpose here. and it's keeping old or low system resource type machines out of the landfills. About the Emmabuntu Collective is an informal group of people that has formed around a project based on the use of distribution Linux named Emmabuntu, developed to simplify the reconditioning of used computers donated to humanitarian organizations, especially in the communities of UMOS, which that is a area, a place. That's French. I don't read French. Where's the interpreter? Huh. I'll have to interpret that. It's its name and promote the discovery of Linux by beginners, but also extend the life of the hardware to limit the waste caused by overconsumption of raw materials. So, I mean, they have a real purpose, a real world, honest purpose to try to improve our world. And I don't see this very often. I mean, I see distributions and I see forks of this and forks of that, but few actually just make their distribution for this specific type purpose. So anyway, you come to Emmabuntu.org, browse through here, you can look at their download, hit distribution. Now they also sell, I say sell, if you'll read it, you're basically charging you exactly what they cost. USB drives with a clone DVD version of their Emmabuntu 4, if I'm not mistaken. You can get that, but I downloaded, let's see, I downloaded the torrent link right here, and I got Emmabuntu 3. 4 is not recommended, see. I didn't want to do a demonstration on something that wasn't even recommended. Right here, when you do see downloads, you get this reuse USB key, and that's a clone. You can get that, and even so, they still say you can actually just download it for free. I mean, you don't have to get the USB and then clone it over to other machines. So real nice. They've done a tremendous job. If anybody's helping Linux as far as a cause goes, Emmabuntu, it sure seems to be doing that. Let me check and see. I think we may be finished. All right, let me minimize this, go back to here, right Control F to get back in full screen. Well, why not? Let's just restart it. That's not normally my habit. I normally shut down or restart manually. Let's see what happens. Well, we got Grub, so our first option is Debian GNU Linux, advanced options for Debian GNU Linux, system setup, Debian Linux, Ubuntu edition. Mode for black screen problem. We don't have black screen problem, so I'm just going to press enter. And I like the blue background. It's a kind of a mixture of an Xfce desktop with a bunch of logos on it, I believe. Maybe the guest editions will carry right over. They did. Okay, now right here we should be able to go into LXQt or the default. So let's sign in to our default first real quick. Let's see if it puts our dock down here and our menu up here. Welcome to Emmabuntu Debian Edition 3. Thanks for having that installed. Same stuff we still seen a while ago. I'm going to continue under Xfce. Please select the wallpaper of your choice. I like the one that's on there. They also have a speech thing to help you out if you have a hard of hearing for some reason. Enable automatic login. Why do I want to enable automatic login? I'm lucky I looked. Whisker menu. Classic menu. Please select the screensaver of your choice. Emmabuntu. There, okay. We'll say okay. See what screen we get. Desktop configuration continued. I'm going to activate Redshift. I've seen that. Might as well do it. Activate Workspace Selector. Might as well do that. Activate the taskbar. Clipboard Manager. I could care less, but you probably want to do that. Activate a dark theme and sound events. I like the Emmabuntu default dock. I'm not going to lock it, but I am going to say OK. We're going to say all for those wanting access to all the applications. Please select the version of the dock is best for your needs. For all of them, the ones that are simple for beginners and for Madame Monsieur. For children and happy for basic. For children and very beginners, the basic. I'm going to select all. Say OK. Now before we seen them, there they go. All right, so now it's asking me about non-free drivers. See, this is nice. This is really nice. Somebody's put a lot of time into this. I wish this was over here where I could see it while I was doing this. Put this back in the middle. Would you like to install non-free software in the distribution? You will be able to install these non-free software later on by going to the application menu icon at the top left, then non-free software. So I'm not going to do that now in particular because I am in a virtual box. But if I was on hardware, Skype I wouldn't select unless I used Skype, but I don't, so I wouldn't select it. TeamViewer I have used. Probably it's just as easy to get it later. Arial Microsoft fonts and the Calibre Microsoft fonts, I would definitely bring those in. The codecs and the Flash player, I'd probably bring that in too. It does warn you here that they need an internet connection to do those things. Show this window at the next startup. I'm going to untick that. Say OK. Do you want to remove unnecessary languages in the distribution? Yeah, let's do that because it's all something besides English. Set the language selected above as the default system language, which is English. I'm assuming since it's unticked, show this window at the next startup. I'm going to leave that there in case I make a mistake here. But it does look like that's English is the only one unticked. So I want to remove the ones that I no longer need. I tick them. Say OK. Hopefully this will stay in English. Removing French. So yeah, that was the right option. Emmabuntu DE3 Debian 10 Xfce. Based on Debian, highly customized by the Emmabuntu team. See, while that's doing that, there's trash bin, just called bin. Log on, log off. Shortcuts. See what that does. Oh, okay. File system, VBox CD-ROM, VBox hard disk. So the shortcuts to those, that's nice. Applications menu, that would be what you would see up here. The same place here, I think. Yep. Let me go back to that. All right. So this is what you would see up there. We'll come back to that. We've already went through the menu. Show the desktop, workspaces, help, accessibility, that would be like provision or hearing, I'm sure. Maintenance. We have bleach bit, NonFree Software, PC information, HTOP, boot repair, OS uninstaller, terminal emulator, task manager, utilities. So these are all shortcuts. Package updater, boot repair, team viewer, utilities, education, nice, interest, burn, comes with a CD, DVD burner maybe, burn, XF burn, and GCD emu. I've never seen that. Let me open it. Do you want to install in the distribution? I guess I'll cancel. But that's interesting. Photo, video, audio, So we got VLC, GUVC view, Caffeine, Caden Live, WinFF, SM Tube, and Handbrake. So they've got a lot of bass. I can't get over how many bases they've got covered here. This is very nice. Quad-Bay, Clementine, G-Potter Podcast Client, Audacity, Radio Tray, looks like a radio basically of somewhere, Sound Converter, a Sunder CD Ripper, Xfce, Caffeine, Pulse Audio Volume Control, Pulse Effects, G-Speech, nice, Office, probably the full, we just went through that, we do. So everything that you see in this menu is on here in one way or the other. And if you click here, you've got that full set of menu at the top again. Very nice. I like it. Let's see if I just right click here. Do I get desktop settings? I do get applications too. I saw that. So you can get to all the applications. Just right click. Left click on this applications menu or through the regular whisker menu at the top. Let's see what kind of wallpaper. It must be a lot because it's loading. Let's see. Oh, did I lose my default one? Oh. Where'd he go? Well, don't that just suck a root? I like that default wallpaper. Wait a minute, maybe I still got it. There it is. Yeah, that's close enough. That's nice. That's pretty nice too. They got some nice wallpapers. I'm really impressed with this Debian version or Debian branch called Emmabuntu, and they're doing a good thing. They get a 2 thumbs up just for doing what they do. But really, we've seen all we could see. We've seen the entire menu. We've read a little bit about their website. We know what programs they have installed and what their overall goal is. You know, some distributions you might ask yourself, well, why does this distribution even exist? What good are they? I've heard a lot of people say that there's way too many branches of Linux distributions, and you know, you can't hardly argue with that. There is a lot. And you really struggle sometimes trying to figure out what they have in mind and who their target audience is. Emmabuntu is their target is people that we don't even think about in whatever we call ourselves in the advanced nations. We don't even think about these kind of things, but a team has gotten together, and you can tell they've put together a lot of work to get this thing usable and with a lot of programs already installed, so that if you don't have the internet connection, you won't get penalized for it. But if you do get an internet connection, you can quickly use it. Very nice. And I guess there's no need to sit through this right here. So I'm going to just stop the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Emmabuntu, 2 thumbs up for the job that you are doing. Please help them if you can. Thanks for watching. See you on the next video. Peace out. Bye.